Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Deni. If you are brand new, thank you for stopping in. If you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back. All right, GonzFam, today I have a reviewing video for you guys. I was going through my collection and I know you guys are probably tired of me saying this by now, but this year I really want to focus on the things that I have and just use up everything. And I realized that I received this set of sponges from Luxie in a BoxyCharm and I never even took it out the package. So what I have here is a set of 3 sponges. I'm actually going to take off this plastic because it's bothering me. So it's a set of 3 sponges and they're complexion sponges. You have a detailed blender, a precision blender, and a powder blender. And what I want to do is go ahead and give these guys a try. I feel like I'm always stuck to my normal beauty blender, and if you don't know which one I normally prefer, it is this one right here by Juno & Co. It's just the microfiber one. I love the way this blends out. It's dirty at the moment. This just has this blurring effect that I really like, and it's why I favor it, and it's the one that I go for the most. But today I really want to give these guys a try because I have never tried sponges from Luxie. Now I am very familiar with their brushes, but let's go ahead and see how these are. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. This one right here, they're all different. So let's start with this one. This one has like the regular egg shape, and then it also has like this triangular cut. This just looks good for sculpting. It also has the little point for the inner corner and things like that. And the way it feels kind of dense. Like it's not really soft. It's not too hard either. It's like right in between. I wouldn't say it's as soft as the original Beauty Blender or the Real Techniques blender, but it's more firm. Like it feels like other blenders that I have tried, but we'll have to see how this feels once it's wet. So that was the first one. Then the next sponge that we have in here looks like this. It's a little bit more round. It's longer than the other one, and it just has that one swoop cut right there. It also has a nice little point for the inner corner. So, and then this one feels, actually this one feels, no, they feel the same. Okay, I thought this one felt a little bit softer for some reason. And then the last one we have is this one right here, which is the little egg-shaped one. This one obviously is much smaller than this. And this one has the same feeling to it, but this one's just like a teardrop shape, as you see, and it definitely can get into those inner corners. So this would be more like a concealing one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with this one as my blender that I use for my face. Wet this one down so that I'm able to use it. I think I'm gonna also dampen this one because I will use it for concealer. So these two I'm gonna wet. This one I'm gonna keep dry because I'm gonna use it as, I don't know, I don't usually powder my face, but we'll figure out a way to use that one. So I'll be right back. All right, so I am back, and this is what they look like once they have been dampened. And this one grew significantly. This one did as well. I mean, it looks a lot bigger than it did before. And just for reference, I will show you the dry one. So this is how much this one grew. And then this one grew a whole lot as well. So there you have it. And also these now feel a lot more like softer. It doesn't feel as dense as it was before. It has like a good, like a nice sponginess to it. In any case, also I wanted to let you know that these are designed by Luxie in California, but they are made in China. They're said to be completely cruelty free. So we will go ahead and test this out with one of my favorite foundations, which is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the 24-hour fresh wear, and the shade that I use is the 425. I don't know if they made any changes to this foundation or not, but what I've noticed lately is that this new batch, because that's a brand new one, it doesn't work really well with my brush. And before, this really looked good when I used it with a brush. So I'm hoping to see a big difference with a sponge. Usually, you know, you can see a better like dewier finish with a sponge. I'm gonna just move this mirror here so that I'm able to see, and it's right below me. So as you see, I'm just pouncing this around. It looks like there's like an even distribution when I am doing this. Like, it feels good. Feels like a normal beauty blender being used on my skin. So I did 2 pumps on my hand, and I've already dispersed all of that on just one side, and I haven't even hit my other side of my face or my neck. So I know I'm going to be using a lot more foundation than I'm used to. I'm just going to do 1 dab here, and I'm going to try to use that for this side. Now with my other beauty blender, I use 1 pump for each side, and that gives me all the coverage that I need. So this one is soaking up a little bit more foundation than what I prefer. Also, I like a more full coverage, medium to full coverage. Anytime that it just covers up any of like my redness, I'm happy with it, but I do not like a sheer application. So this is my second drop that I put on my hand, and I still have some here. So I am gonna work that down into my neck area. And I really like this foundation because I think it matches my neck really good. If I look that way, it's just that I'm looking into my viewfinder to see how I look on camera. So this right here would be a medium coverage for myself, where I am getting that coverage, but you can still see some of my skin peeking through. Now, for the purpose of this video, I don't think I want to do a second application. I think 1 application is good. I just wanted to test this out. And I did notice that as I am pouncing this around and I'm putting more foundation on, I am not picking up any foundation from other areas and moving them, because that's a really big issue sometimes with beauty blenders. Once you put it on, if it doesn't set and you start going in, you might move the foundation and you'll get like a blank like spot. But I'm not seeing that with this, so it's really going into the skin and it's working. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to blend this out by using this blender. I mean, that's basically why this is made, so that you can really blend into the skin and make it look seamless. So I do see some redness right here. I don't know why that's happening. And my first impression on this sponge is that it is working. It does look good. It makes my foundation really look nice and soft and blend it into my skin. So yeah, I like it. So far, so good. So let's go in with the other one, this Precise sponge. I'm going to go ahead and use this with my concealer. So what I'm going to do is apply my concealer onto my face. The concealer that I'm using is a Tarte Shape Tape in a mini, and this one is in the color 29 and light medium. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I like a more like matchy under eye for some reason. I don't like to lighten my under eyes a whole bunch, so I'm just gonna put those 2 little marks right there. Usually what I would do is like make a couple of lines. These are like the areas that I highlight, and I use my concealer to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead in with this sponge now, and it feels really nice and soft, and I'm just gonna go ahead and when I went in with this, look at all the concealer here. Nothing is being covered, and it picked up my foundation. That's not good. I'm gonna have to, that's okay. When I go back in, it's placing it back on, but I don't like the fact that it picked up the concealer before I can press it into the skin. Let's see. Let me be gentle on this side. I did give like a really big press. Maybe that was the case. Okay, it didn't do that on this side, and it does look nice and fresh. Let's see about the forehead and down the face. I mean, it blended really good there. I just don't know why it picked up some of my foundation right here. I don't like that. I am gonna do another application of my concealer because I feel like this soaked up the concealer. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I much rather put on the concealer and blend it out with my finger instead, because look at how much I'm using right now. If I would have just taken those 2 little strips and just went in with the warmth of my finger and just pressed it in, I think it would have done a lot better. So you have to realize that I'm a little bit older, so my skin just likes what it likes. I'm in my 40s, so when I do my makeup, there's certain steps that I do or that I don't do because of my skin. So one thing that I don't do because I have aging skin is I don't do setting powder. Setting powders kind of just make everything settle into the creases, and I don't usually use powder for those reasons. And you'll notice that a lot of older people don't do setting powder because of that. So, I mean, that's just a preference of mine. So I went ahead and just pressed that in like I normally do, just because I know the warmth of my finger just does a lot better application. And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to this one. Even though it was like super cute and small and I thought it was going to do really nice things for that area, my finger is much better to press this in. Next, I'm going to go in with a little bit of contour. This is a contouring stick that I have from City Color, and I don't know the shade of this. It just says contour. I don't know. I've had this for a while. So this contour stick, I used to have a bigger, like a fat one of these. This is just a skinnier one, more for the nose and things like that. But I don't know what happened to that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and I just usually put like a few little dots here and there. I don't like to do a lot of contouring just because I don't like a whole lot of shadowing on my face. And I'm gonna just go into this big one again because it's wet, and I'm going to turn it to the other side, and I'm just gonna try to blend this out with that. And just so you know, it is picking up all of the foundation that is on that side, all of it. Maybe I just need to make this line a little bit thicker. I gotta see if it's gonna do the same thing with my forehead. But right now, as soon as I did this, it's picked up all of the foundation and it is blending in that contour, but you want for your sponge not to pick up your makeup. Let's see. Okay, so literally it just picked up that the contour that I put on, and also picked up my foundation. So now you can see I don't have any foundation right there. Not loving that, because I don't want to have areas of my skin that are missing foundation. It just did the same thing on this side. It picked up the contour but removed my foundation. Same. This is not working out for me. This is not going to work out. Okay, so I'm a little frustrated with that portion because I didn't want my foundation to move or leave my face, but I wanted you guys to see like what this does. So after that first application, I do not recommend going in with the sponge for a contour stick. It's just going to remove your foundation. So what I'm going to do, because I've tested out these sponges and I don't usually do powder, I'm not going to go ahead and use this one today. I'm just going to use the 2 that I did. I'm going to finish off my face and let you know how everything laid over top of what I just did, and we will finish. All right, so I am back with my completed look and my thoughts and all that good stuff. Also, I forgot to tell you how much these sponges are. This set retails for $40. Nay, nay, I say. I have to take that from Bailey Sarian. Like, there's no way. Okay, so my thoughts. The sponges, they feel good, they work, but the issue with me is once my makeup is on and I need a retouch, I don't want the sponge to remove my makeup. I never have that happen with my beauty blender that I usually use, so I wasn't expecting that to happen with these, especially this little guy. Like, this is a concealing sponge, and I thought this was going to be perfect for that under eye area, just to like smooth everything out, and it just disappointed me the minute that I put it on, and it just removed all of my foundation and didn't even spread out my concealer. I was like, this is not going to work out for me. And then when I went back in and I put on that bronzer and then I tried to blend it out with this, and then it moved and took off all of my foundation from that area, left me with like my natural bare skin, like the pink of my skin peeking. That was not what I was looking for. So I cannot recommend these. Also, the price point. You get 3 sponges for $40. I think you could just go and get the Real Technique sponge. I think they're like $6.99. It does all of this. It works way better. And heck, even if you just wanted to get the actual beauty blender, you can get that one for 20 bucks and it would do everything that this does and seamlessly blend out your makeup. Me personally, I like microfiber sponges, so I'm definitely gonna get the Juno & Co one. I think this retails for like around $7. It swells up really nice. It gets nice and soft. Yeah, I like what I like. These are my opinions, my thoughts. I wanted to give you the true thoughts and let you guys form your own opinions. If you enjoyed this review, me showing you some fails, because that was definitely a fail, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Become a member of my GonzFam, and as always, from my house to yours. Love ya.